Yeah. I know that, so I kind of know Hartford is, well, Briggs Day, it's on Tuesday. I can't, might be able to go on this.
Yeah, what's the password? It's not even on the legal, it's all hard to guess.
We're back out at the backbreaker lot.
Like you do, Lana?
Yeah. Yeah.
Want Nick to do it? With this sound?
Maybe. Someone say something.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Someone say something. Yep.
Perfect.
Got it?
Someone say something. Yep.
You guys be able to print out when you guys, or email me?
I can see you. Okay.
Okay, so we'll bring the meeting to order. 1 o'clock.
So basically what I want to meet you about is, there's no, since day one, since June, when I stepped in here, and probably before that, I don't know if you've heard about before, but there seems to be no consistency with the route that they're doing.
Yeah.
One day they'll start on the side of town, the next day they'll start on the side of town. One of the things when they signed the contract in March, when you the contract, was that right? March, June?
It started July
So
1st.
when did they sign it? When did they go back up the date? Was it March?
I don't know when we put it out.
The first line of the contract states that it should be approved through the collection.
Okay.
And I can't find one. And it's causing a lot of heartache with citizens because what's happening is some people aren't putting it out before they get there. So I created a route. How I would drive it, you don't necessarily have to drive it, but we need to have something like this. And it basically starts on 108 on Turner Street on the Hartford Liverpool line.
Yeah.
And it goes right straight through. Miranda said that they start at 5:30. If that's not the case, we can change that so we can.
So they usually leave our yard about 5:36 a.m.
Yeah.
The drivers usually in at 5:30, do their walk around per DOT, and then let them warm up, especially if it's cold, about a half hour, and then they're out.
Okay.
So do you think that it's safe for people to default to, because and that's part of the issue, people don't have a clue where the truck's gonna start, so we've been having to tell people, either put it out the night before, or put it out at 5 a.m., or you know what I mean, so that's part of.
So what I was told when I first started here is either, if it's out the night before, usually it can, but all trash has to be out by 6 a.m., no matter where it is, no matter what it is. Town of Jay, town of Hartford, town of New Sharon, has to be up by that time, because by 6 a.m., sometimes these guys do roll out a little early to get to that area, like Jay and Farmington and all that. They'll leave a little bit earlier to get out there by 6 a.m. That's what I was always told was before 6 a.m. At 6 a.m. Okay, all trash be out. Because I make the dad joke of it's not trash hour, trash day. It's the whole day. I know that's kind of a harsh thing to say, but sometimes, so what happens is they may start at different parts of the town for the simple fact that they're almost already packed out and ready to dump. So they'll start at the closer area, but if they're completely empty, they'll start at the far area and then work their way back because they're dumping over in Mexico. I'm not sure where Hartford dumps. I think we dump in Auburn. I'm not 100% sure on it, but I can figure out where. That's probably the reason why they're not consistent on where they start. But since I have a list of the streets that we have to go down, I can better work a program.
Yeah, I mean, this
getting it a lot more settled for you guys. You know, but 6 a.m. or the night before, because of animals and stuff like that. You know, if it's in a can, animals aren't going to get in the can per se unless the wind knocks it over. But by 6 a.m. is kind of what I've only been told.
Yeah. And I guess I understand if the truck's half full, starting on one side, but and maybe it's just a management thing, but we never had this issue prior to. Correct. I always knew that if I had my trash out where I am, by 1, 2 o'clock, I was good. Now it's sometimes 6 o'clock in the morning or freaking 6 o'clock at night, you never know. And I think that's the biggest frustration with people in town.
Yes.
There's no consistency.
Understand.
I mean, I understand that you guys bought into a contract with no way in hell they're making you any money because it was so cheap. But at the same time, we gotta have some consistency so these people can.
My big plan is kind of a little bit of a restructure. I've sat down with a gentleman that comes down from New York every single week, and we'll try and, I just printed out probably like 300 pages of the routes from Monday through Friday, just for the front end loads, front end trucks for the dumpsters and everything, and they're everywhere. It's not a consistent route. I know like every other week is different for that, but like the route and the town route should be consistent.
Correct.
Period. And I 100% agree with that. I'm happy that I'm here, that we can try to figure it out. I can take your routes. I mean, I can look at your route, look at the streets that we're gonna go down in Hartford and make sure that we've got, listen, we're gonna do a frequency of this. This is where you're gonna start and this is where you're gonna end. Period. I haven't been able to look at, I haven't gotten any of these from any of the towns that we do town routes.
Yeah, so, and I've got to go down, take a left, go straight, it should be pretty cut and dry,
Yeah.
but that's me writing because I know the town.
Yeah.
I have my list if you want to.
It's good.
See Ragged Jack on there?
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. We don't have a sign up yet,
Yeah.
but
Able to see, I'll be able to see it, you know what I mean? Like,
And you can, like I said, I'm not, no means telling you how to do it,
yeah.
but this is what I'm looking for.
Now, I haven't driven Hartford, so I'm originally from Massachusetts, moved to Indiana for like 8 years after the Army, and then came back to the East Coast, and I came up here about 3 years ago. So I haven't really driven Hartford. I haven't driven Jay. I haven't driven New Sharon. I've been out there in the front road to kind of help them catch up, but I haven't like driven these. I can look. Is there any crazy hills, or is there spots that you don't think that a heavier truck can get to?
Well, that's the other thing I want to talk to you about is, right now, all the camp roads in town, we have dumpsters on for the winter.
Yeah.
And I know Jerry said he bought smaller trucks to get down some of these camp roads. But
Yeah.
I don't see why. I don't see why we can't leave those dumpsters over there year round. So you guys don't have to go down those narrow, tight roads.
Yeah.
But other than, as far as hills, there's nothing,
Nothing too crazy.
no,
Okay.
that I can think of.
Downtown of the world, but
Yeah. Or, you think of it?
I'm just thinking of snow drifting across them and blocking them, but
Yeah, that's,
we can't
change that, that's gonna happen.
I don't know what happened, like 2 weeks ago, just right down the road here, not very far. The first week, they probably got their trash out too late.
Yeah.
And the trucks already went by. So I was watching it this week, and they left the cans there all week. So Tuesday when they came, I come up to town office, and the guys had already gone through, and I looked, and they didn't get their trash cans.
I think they're hidden behind the snowbank because they go this way.
Yeah, they go this way. You thought they would have seen them.
I don't,
So if like the trash cans are behind any of the plow or anything like that, like some of my people will get that.
they're not gonna see it
So
going
maybe I
this
should
way.
tell them to move their cans across on the other side of the dooryard.
It's a tough situation this time of
Yeah.
year.
We're gonna be-
I will tell them to move them.
I just passed
on the
them all.
I
mailbox.
just looked when I went by, there's no way they're gonna see them.
If you have them on next to the road, you see have a mess.
Yeah.
But I get it. And
But
this time of year-
Ragged Jack is on the Worthy Pond Road.
Yeah.
On Greenwood Road, and it's, if he was going back toward Peru, it's
Like,
this side of the Peru line.
But it's a private road that goes up a hill. They used to have a dumpster at the end,
Very well.
but the first couple of houses are Sumner and the two at the end are Hartford.
Yeah.
So
But they haven't been picked up at all.
you can't really read the sign because it's kind of, it's all messed up.
Well, we get a new one.
Leanne just ordered a new sign, so we'll have them put that new sign up. It'll say Ragged Jack
Yep.
on it.
Is that on this
It's
list?
the last stop, so
The last
before we end, it's the
one.
second to last line. It makes sense when you head back to Mexico, to hit that Worthy Pond Road.
You pick up in Peru?
We do.
You do?
I don't know. We have a customer.
Yeah.
We don't have.
Not very time.
We've always, so we have, excuse me, we have a curbside and then we have customer.
Oh.
Customer pay up to $42 a month. for us to ship out and so we have customers that pay for it as well. So it's on the same route.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're already hitting that road.
Possibly, I'm not 100% sure, 'cause I'm still diving into it.
A lot to it, I'm sure.
It really, really is, and that was 100% about the whole thing too. Learning, it's a lot of learning.
Yeah.
That's why, our New York counterparts are coming down to help. The gentleman comes down every week, he has been for the past month or two, trying to figure out what's going on with everything. And I have a lot to learn, but I'm willing to learn, and I'm willing to, talk to each town, each customer, everybody. We just gotta, I just hired a new driver to be able to get out there, because there's such big routes that I'm trying to, I can't have a guy do 130 stops in a day and expect him not to go over overtime. And that's our biggest issue right now, so get another driver, to be able to have, we have two more drivers getting their Class A licenses as well, so we have potentially three more drivers to get out there and work on, so it's,
You say you have more than one truck in town?
no, that's,
Yeah.
we come from Rangeley to Strong to, Industry, New Mexico, Andover, Bethel, like, we're kind of everywhere. We have one truck that comes to Hartford, and that's a Tuesday route, that's on a Tuesday route.
So the other thing is, once we get this, or you guys get it, take a look at this,
Yeah.
see if it's gonna work for you. Which I think it will, but it's up to you guys. The other thing is, if there's ever any issues like we had this week.
Yeah.
Email us, call the town office.
Yeah. That was all my mistake this week, because I forgot that they don't have a Monday route, so they just started on the Tuesday route. That was 100% my fault.
And it sounds like Archie tried to do the right thing, I heard that they communicate with all of the towns.
So I did,
Yep.
but the week before I did, and I didn't have a contact for here. And I would like to get somebody's number so we can contact for that, 100%, because I contacted, I had my new dispatcher, new office girl call Rumford, Mexico, New Sharon, and a couple of the other towns. I just couldn't, like Leeds, I know this is a small town, like Leeds, where I live, they're only open Monday from 8 to noon, Tuesday, 8 to noon, Wednesday, 8 to 7 p.m., and then Thursday, they're off Friday. I know little smaller towns, I'm not used to small towns, I'm used to cities. So the town hall's open, it's open.
Yeah.
So it's a
I'm
learning
glad
curve.
you didn't call.
it's a learning curve, so if I can get somebody's contact before I take off,
Yeah.
so I'm
You
able
have it
to,
on that email I sent you.
Awesome. Sweet. Good.
Um, Let's see. So we'll get that ironed out.
If anything's missed as well, you guys can contact me. We're not very far, and I've actually gone out, I pull around a trailer a lot of the times. I had a trailer at the shop that I pull around, and I can swim through the thing.
But don't call them every time someone
Well,
puts
no.
their trash out late.
No,
What I was gonna say, when I was trying to call, 'cause your email address wouldn't work, so I'm trying to get back to you guys again. Your phone system up there is absolutely nightmare. There's
Because
no
it goes to
voice.
New York, and then it comes to us.
There's no voice. You
Yeah.
can't even leave a message, but like, if you leave this message, if you.
Call again.
Yeah, call back, hang it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
I've called a couple
we
times.
call, and it's ring, and we can't get through to anyone.
Yeah, we have 2 girls in the office now instead of just one. And I also go through calls as well. That's why it's just easier if I can get your contact. And I just have my phone number, so if something does happen, you can even shoot me a text, hey, this person, and I can contact the driver and be like, hey, did you go down this road? And I do have the GPS
Right.
system as well. I just got all the logging information just like 2 days ago. So I'm able to look at that now as well. And we actually have a guy coming up to, make 3 trucks that aren't working GPS right now. So they have to come up and fix that as well, so. But I know 608, the truck, the little Hino truck that goes through town, I'm sorry, the Hino truck doesn't come through Hartford. Truck 602 was having issues with the GPS. It pop on for 45 minutes, it pop off for 2 hours, it pop back on for 45 minutes. It's getting worked on. Within the next 2 weeks, I believe, so.
The other thing, and I don't know if you have access to all the emails that Amanda has with her Archie's.
With my business now.
The other thing we worked with her on is bulky waste.
Yeah.
We previously did once a year, you guys go around town and pick up bulky waste.
Yeah.
But it cost us, I think, more than it should have, because I think people were putting stuff here from other towns.
Yeah.
People were putting it out after we already picked up.
Yeah.
It sat out in the rain, it's soaked and wet for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So what we talked to Miranda about was doing a central drop off.
Yeah.
2 Saturdays in June.
So we can drop off like a 30 or 40 foot.
Yeah, so what she mentioned was bring a compactor truck. Yeah, I can send you the email she sent me with
Yeah.
what she suggested, but
Throw 2
compactor truck with an operator for you guys. I want to see it was like 8 or 10 roll-off containers.
Yeah.
And they come, we check the anyone's list, they dump their stuff, they're gone.
So one of my first weeks here, we did a new sharing cleanup, and we had, one of the roads we dumped off like 45, 30 foot, roll-offs. And what we did is we had 2 trucks roll through. One was a rear load truck, so, regular trash truck, and then we had a front load truck with a, container on the front, and some of the stuff would go on one, some of the stuff would go the other, some stuff needed to get crushed or anything like that, it's really the rear truck. And then we kind of follow this route and kind of go through, we can open it up sometimes, spring a few lights on, sometimes.
Yeah, I think
it can fall.
we're leaning, correct me if I'm wrong, we're leaning towards the central drop off. That way we can make sure it's just Hartford.
Yeah, so we can just,
not to mention people won't be picking the metal on the side of the road.
Right.
yeah. If you'd like, we could find an area, one of your central areas, and just drop off the containers. And then if you guys, are you guys planning on you guys being there to kind of disperse, or do you guys want us to be here
So maybe
too?
one, I'm trying to find that.
Are you gonna have a public hearing about that or just do it?
Do we need a public hearing?
I don't know.
So this is the questions and her answer are agreed.
Okay. That's kind of how I did it in Sharon.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think this would save the town money. You guys are not gonna have to drive around Hartford.
Mhm.
6 different trucks, picking up wood, picking up mattresses, picking up.
It's usually like a 2 or 3 day process, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Every day.
well, it was 4 weeks, if not longer last year.
Yeah.
4 weeks, right?
Yeah, when we did New Sharon, we did 2 days of driving around, and then the other day was kind of finishing up on the further ones out, because New Sharon's a pretty decently sized town. And then there was another day of picking up the containers and going and dumping. But if
I'm
we
gonna
have,
forward this to you.
if we have any of that stuff, then we can, like if we set it up like that, one central location, and if the people come in, I think that'd be a lot better.
Yeah,
And I
and
can read through that. I'll print that email out and I'll read it through.
yeah, then one of us will, we'll have, I don't know how we'll do it, voter list or property list and check the name off.
Yeah,
But I guess where I'm going with this has to be, we have to nail this down sooner than later. This is gonna be in June, this month.
okay.
Well, you have to vote on this first.
I know,
Okay.
I'm just saying, we gotta get the details ironed out. This is something the solid waste committee been working on too.
That'd be a good, possibly a good Saturday, Sunday thing.
Well, I don't wanna do Sunday, then we'll have talking about it on probably Tuesday, because, no,
Just do the regular.
I figured I'd get out state law.
Yeah. Probably a good long Saturday from, 6 AM to,
Yeah, what she had mentioned, I think it was 2 Saturdays, that way if someone, a town person had obligations on one weekend that we were gonna do it, they wouldn't miss out.
Yeah.
Right, before we vote on it, we obviously want to have the final.
The information.
Would they be picked up at the end of the day?
Excuse me?
Would they be picked up at the end of the day,
They
Saturday?
They probably have to go out here Monday.
I'm just wondering about overnighters. People
Yeah,
out of town throwing overnighters.
these are all the details we have to work out, but the reason why I want to get the ball rolling is like Nick just said, the financial part of it. There's no sense in voting on it, we don't know
Well, it's gonna
how
cost.
it's gonna go. I think it's gonna be less, but
most likely, because we have the trucks roll out, would be probably more than $200 an hour.
right,
For the truck load.
exactly.
But if we have just a driver, because if you think about it, if we have to drive around, then that would be 2 trucks,
2 people.
2 people, or 4 people, really,
Yeah.
or 3 people. Because the front loader wouldn't have to, so it'd probably $300 an hour, so $200 an hour.
Yeah.
We just have, I could drive down the truck and run the waivers and come up to it and save a little bit of money too. Once out, I don't think they probably.
Yeah, so look through this and, make any, check it out, see what you think.
Yeah,
Make any changes, then we can look at it, we can vote, but I think it's definitely gonna say, because
and the right prices on the roll off, $650 per roll off. A demo, a metal, 2 demos, and then a spare for if it gets full.
You're still gonna limit how much they can,
it's still be a truckload. Yeah. That wouldn't change.
you gotta check for stickers on tires and Freon and all that.
That would be way more happy with that. We have to get, so I could probably send this to a body truck for any of the tires or anything like that, but they still have to be stickered.
Well, at least, the concept of possibly doing it right in the, maybe right up the landing over there. Somebody doesn't have their stickers and go to see the man.
Okay, pay for the sticker and then put it in there.
Right.
I can look through this, sit down with Jerry and give you a picture.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't really need to know until 1st of March.
Sounds good to me. I can get that worked out for you guys. And then we'll figure that out. I think we got a rough estimate of 2 Saturdays. 2 Saturdays of doing it. And, I figured that out. This will be my first one, so
There you go.
bear with me. That's why I said give me a couple weeks and I'll try to send something back to you. And then you guys can kind of say yes, no, feel it out, and
Because
then,
we're already contracted to do the drive around town.
Yeah.
For the contract. but
Yeah.
This is my thinking was, I kind of did, hiring should have been last year.
you think that's because the other towns are kind of throwing this out.
The combination of that, plus where it dragged out 3, 4, 5 weeks, whatever it was, people, no one knew what roads were picked up, so people just kept throwing more stuff out in the driveway.
Yeah.
And then, we guys are back to pick that up, before you know it, who knows what kind of get the
Yeah. I think a centralized would be, sounds a lot better.
I,
Yeah, because we'll still do the Tuesday route,
Yeah,
and we won't pick up any of that bulky stuff, but, you know, if they see that we don't pick up the bulky stuff, they're gonna call us that, and be like, why are they picking up this? And we go, well, it's centralized.
well, that's why you know by March, we can get the word out.
Yeah.
Because there's been, how many years have we been doing this? 15?
Oh, I don't know when it started, but
We can work something out for sure on that. Absolutely.
we might have to do a bulk mailing to notify everyone.
but it'd be interesting to see what the cost difference really is, because I know there's gonna be some residents that are feeling much of an inconvenience to such a change, so. If, I mean, just saying hypothetical, right now we have it set up as curbside bulky waste pickup. If the numbers are not that much different, which I think they're going to be, and it's gonna save us a lot of money, the next conversation would be to talk about how the heck we can do it more efficient than it was last year.
Yeah.
And what were the reasons why it was an absolute war show, so we can figure that out. But,
But we don't understand.
right, we need to, I mean, if you can get this back to us in 2 weeks, and we can have that comparative.
Because we started out with this with, what was the first road thing? Moisen.
Oh, Alexis, Jesus.
So that was Alexis.
Back to last
And
summer.
then we had to switch to Miranda, they were gonna switch to machine, so.
Stick around, Shane.
I'm gonna try. I just have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
I'm honestly, no lie, I'm stressed out right now.
Yeah.
But I'm happy to be able to get out of the office and come figure some stuff out in person, instead of just trying to do it through email or over the phone. I feel like over the phone, people talk a little different, and I like to show off my pretty smile and come down here and try to show you guys that I'm serious about what I'm here for.
And it makes a big difference, it really does.
Yeah. So we'll get that figured out, and I'll talk to the driver that does this and sit down with them and be like, how do you feel about this and all that, but I want to make sure that this is getting done. So,
That's the other thing, is it always the same driver every week?
for the most part, yeah. Robert does it on Tuesdays, Robert Briggs. It was somebody else. Darren was doing it for a long time. But Darren's attitude got him in trouble. And I don't like negativity, and this is before I even took over, but the negativity, I don't know what we do. You know, I try to keep positive. We're trying to keep positive, and trying to have better attitudes to the company. They've done a lot of restructuring since I've been here, for 5-6 months that I've been here. We've got rid of some negative people and brought in some, happier people. We want to keep it that way. You know what I mean? Like they're the face of the company when we're out there. You know what I mean? When we jumping out and you see an old lady coming up and she's coming to get her trash cans, walk them up to her. You know, and the driver's like, oh, I'm not doing that. Well,
Yeah,
then
right.
Go find another job. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, nobody sees me.
We'll help.
Nobody sees me, so I can be as ugly as possible, but I can be angry, and I can have a terrible face all the time. But the guys that are on the back of the truck, the lowest man on the totem pole, are the guys out there being seen every single day. I can't have drivers taking containers and throwing them at people's yards and stuff like that, and cracking them up and throwing stuff away that they shouldn't be throwing away. So like, we're restructuring. We've been restructuring, but now it's a little bit different because most of the people that are working here now are in pretty good spirits. With Miranda being let go, it went down for a couple of days, but they realized like I'm here for you too. I'm here for you guys, I'm here for everybody else, so. Their spirits are getting back up, we're getting there. I see the change, they see the change, they see that, I'm fighting for them with the people that are up in New York, because that's the biggest fight, is to fight down for certain things, and, I kind of tell them, listen, like, this is what we need. If we can't get that, then your trash isn't gonna get picked up, and then you guys are gonna get paid, and then, all this stuff, so like, we're working on it.
What is that recycling mill?
Does Hartford go to Mexico or no?
I don't know. Well,
That I can get answers.
because we have to, sort it,
Mhm.
but I'm not really sure what it goes. And I was talking, we can show you when I talk about that.
I think we bring Hartford to Mexico Transportation. And Mexico Transportation has the MSW and then Cargo behind it. So most likely, if we're dumping there, and that's where it's going. That's where it's going. I can give you an answer.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the difference was now, because she,
Well, there's a difference, it doesn't affect us, and we pay a set fee anyways, we don't pay by the ton. But the difference would have been if we paid by the ton, recycling is a lot more than regular waste. So that would have
the dumpsters were zero sort, but the stuff that we put in the truck wasn't.
been a single source. And she didn't know where it goes.
But I think you guys are, I think we bring yours, it's either we bring yours down to MLAC, main waste to energy, so that's the problem. This is all stuff that I'm learning, so don't quote me on it yet. Or we bring it to Mexico, and they're gonna have two separate areas. One where all the trash goes, goes all compactor, and they bring it wherever they bring it. I think they bring it to, Northern.
Right, isn't it, like every town has a different sort of,
Well, Buckfield, some of it goes to MLAC too, but it's gonna keep it right because then.
I'm not actually most expensive for us. We're expensive there, so we try not to go there. I think they're like
That's because they are.
30 or
almost
40
full
dollars a
capacity.
ton, yeah.
Yeah.
They're a burning facility,
Yeah.
they burn everything in that big. Waste management does I used to be a truck driver, so some of
Somebody's got to
them,
do it for Ridge.
oh yeah,
And there's some more, that
hate it.
place is massive, you got top of that knoll, it looks like a little small, complicated.
They make it so steep that you have to be in the first year, for 1 year to get up to the
Yeah.
ridiculous. And that if you start sliding, hold on, that's all you can do.
So I guess the thing we're looking to take away from today is get established route.
Yep.
And communication.
Yep. You have
Communication
my,
being, if you're gonna not finish, that's even more important, if you get to the end of the day Tuesday and you're not gonna finish,
message
let
somebody.
us know.
Yeah.
that's probably only as good as the driver communicating with you.
Correct.
100%. And I've gotten, like we driving now,
Yeah.
I've gotten better contact with these guys and better communication of what's going on. My driver Jennifer, she has new shed. If she gets the top part of new shed done, at a reasonable time, I'll have her start on the other part, because new shed is for 2 days. Everything on Route 2 up is 1 day, and everything on Route 2 down after the bridge is another day. But if she doesn't get like 2 or 3 streets, I'll let you know that. Then I know the next day she has to hit those 2 streets first, no matter what, hit those streets first and then go down. And I am working on that communication with the drivers and everybody else. And it's getting better. Within a couple, I've been here 5 months, 6 months, and the communication has gotten a lot better. And they contact me a lot, tell me what's going on, like, hey, I didn't finish these ones, you want me to sign out of the tablet? Because when they say sign out of the tablet, it just disappears. Often, like, it doesn't disappear, it's still in the system, but they can't log back in that same day. So then I had to go through all of the stuff, like, hey, these are the systems, and I'm pushing it to that day. I just have to stay on the tablet, and then.
Which explains a lot why when they don't get something done, it's an absolute mess.
Yeah.
And they come back the next day.
Mhm.
So,
Communication has gotten better with them, and our communication with you guys will be well.
Good.
Yeah.
That's all I got. You guys anything?
obviously committed to working this out. We worked our tail off to manage a good relationship. It's been a lot more work than needed, but we understand that the company's going through changes, so hopefully we can work as a team and get through it together.
Yeah, I hope so too. I hope to, figure some stuff out for you guys and give you guys some answers as well.
Well, that's no feeling.
I still need the insurance certificate. I never got
I
it.
got that yesterday, and I thought
Okay.
I'd email it over because somebody else asked for it too.
Okay,
Oh, no, I have it in my email. I'll get that to you when I get
All
back to the office.
and the little section of Hartford that's on 108,
Yeah,
the billing for that, you're working on that?
yes, I was talking to Allison about it, and they have to zero them out.
Okay.
And it'll be fine.
Okay, thanks.
And it'll be on this route, so you need this, because he sent me an email for this.
Doesn't matter,
You can have the email.
just I get a bunch of
I'll keep that one.
pen scratching on there.
You know what, it might be good for me to print these, like, take it from the, email and print them out.
Drivers.
So the driver, I know what he did too. I mean, I can look at the GPS every day as well, but I don't want to look at the GPS every single day, every single Tuesday, just to make sure that they got it done. If they marked it down, or even, like, it'll be good if they get to the third or fourth page and something happened to the truck and they were able to, if they couldn't finish, I can still look and be like, hey, we didn't hit.
Right, or if they call in sick, someone else does the route.
Exactly. See, that was one of our biggest things. John Brown does J, Hartford on Tuesdays. Wednesday, he does part of J. Next part of J is, Thursday. He's been with this company for 13 years as a helper, like sitting on the back of the truck. That's what he likes to do. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. He doesn't want to drive. He doesn't want to get his Class A. They've offered it to him multiple times. He said, nope, I like where I'm at. Hey, man, if that's where you like it, stay.
Can't imagine, they don't need that.
But we can't let him go. I'm not saying we have plans to let him go, but we can't let him go because he knows where.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it's the same thing with Jen. Jen knows Nushan to the back of her hand. I don't know what she does. Now that we have the GPS, I made me map it out and be like, all right, well, this is what she is. But what if she didn't do one of the streets that day that I'm looking at? Now we're going to miss that street until somebody calls me like, hey, you missed the street. You know what I mean? I don't know 100%. So this right here helps out a lot, and communication helps out a lot.
Like I said, that's just, I don't have any of the summer roads on the list, so we'd have to talk come summertime.
Yeah.
If we're not gonna leave dumpsters, and we'd have to talk about that too.
Yeah.
But that's just winter roads.
Okay. So this is, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I came unprepared because I thought this thing was going to work. but-
I know the feeling, I went to a job walkthrough the other day, and you have 10. When I went to sign my name, it was like that, and followed 10.
Well, when summer comes and people are moving back to their summer homes and all that stuff, they go and have another meeting and kind of go over those roads and differ from that. So that's okay.
Awesome, perfect. All good. Thank you very much for coming.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me come down and figure some things out, because this will help out a lot, honestly. Helps me learn the streets as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull everything up on the map and look at it as well.
Makes sense.
Well,
Well, I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good rest of the week.
Yeah.
And, watch out for the nor'easter that might come and hit us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Great meeting you.
Thanks for having me come down. Thank you very much.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
See ya.
Kathy adjourned already,
Oh, good. Oh,
unless you're not.
Unless you guys have something else to say.
no, I just didn't hear you.
like, why is this doing this? This is old. The hell is that?
When does